Okay, thank you. First of all, I have to apologize for my voice. I went for a 3-week cruise. That was real fun, but after 1 week, I got a nasty cough and it's still there. So long live air conditioning, right? As you can see here, this is definitely a senior and a junior developer. Can you spot who's the junior, who's the senior? The answer will be there soon. Because the junior now is hitting the shift button 3 times. So clearly the older woman is the junior developer, right? It doesn't solve anything. I'm here to talk about a little bit. A thing we're doing here is we're moving away from proprietary software to open source software. I think that's a good thing. I remember in 1999, I was working here on in Borland Pascal software, and we found some free software that could solve things for us, but we were not allowed to use it before we could find a company. We could pay a lot of money to support us, so we've come a long way, definitely. If you look at these pictures, I took these from our branding guide, and these are developers, relaxed, and I don't know if you saw the girl there, pretty relaxed as well, right? I can tell you it's more like, what are we doing? We're still learning. But that's the case. You already heard my name, I'm Rowdy. I'm a senior engineer here at Nationale-Nederlanden. I'm also the lead developer of our pension app, built with NativeScript, of course. Also, I'm a freelance web and app developer. Come see me later. I do a lot of talks around the world nowadays. That's pretty cool. And I am one of the co-organizers of this day, and also the one in 2017 that was in our office in Rotterdam. Anyone was there in 2017? 1, 2, okay. For those who didn't, sorry, you missed something, but I think this is really cool. It's going to be a really cool day too. This is the number of days counting from the day I started working for this company until today. So I'm not sure how your math is, but it's 26 years, 6 months, and 28 days. If anybody is good at math, when will be my 10,000th day here? Anybody? February 1st next year. And you can think, well, over 26 years? Why? I'm either very lazy and can't be bothered, right? Just, I'll get there sometime. Or I get enough opportunities here. And a lot of project management methodologies also. It's the second one. I get a lot of opportunities here, and I'm going to share some of those. But first, to make it fun, the project management methodologies. Any guesses what this is, project management-wise? Yes, it's wonderful. Yeah, we've done that many, many years. Months of planning, months of designing, and then, oh, can it be ready in 2 weeks? No. This one? Anyone? It's, well, Princess too, actually, you know, because she's wearing that. We've done that. We have also done this one. This has to do with bottlenecks. Anybody heard? Sorry? No. It's this one. TOC. I don't know if you have ever done that, but that was fun. They say, well, how much time does it take? Well, I think it takes me 2 weeks. Then they say, well, you have 1 week and the other week is slack. Okay, the next time I have to do an estimation, I just double it, right? But as any modern company now, we're doing, of course, Agile Scrum now. We still underestimate, overpromise, underdeliver, and have a lot of meetings and still learning, but we're getting there. It takes some time, but we'll get there. Okay, another great picture from our branding guide. Why are we doing this? Well, we want to deliver the best digital service to our customers. We have about 8 million customers here in the Netherlands. About 2 years ago, we acquired Deltaloid insurance company that owned this building, was working here. We wanted this auditorium, so we acquired them. And I have to say, we as Nationale-Nederlanden try to do a good thing, but we're not there yet. We have another brand called Aura, and they're much better in doing that stuff. So, what do we have? First of all, the Mijn Inkomen Later app. That's the NativeScript app we built. We first had this one, and this was the Mijn Pensioencoach, it was called. And that was built with Objective-C for iOS, Java for Android. It was outsourced to an agency. It had a really slow development cycle. And the worst part is it diverted. The two developers were next to each other, but clearly they didn't talk to each other or something, because when we started testing, it worked different on iOS and Android. So we were not that happy. I told this also in 2017, for the few who can remember. But what we did was I built a proof of concept with NativeScript. In that time it was NativeScript 2.3. And I could do stuff like this. It's not pretty yet, but it's, you know, convinced the management that we can do it. And I got them convinced somehow. So we started for real with NativeScript. The proof of concept was done with plain JavaScript. But for real, we did it with Angular, Angular 2 in that time. And we were at NativeScript 3.2. In that time, we made 871 commits. I don't know if it counts, but it's fun information. 52 releases, not all to the store. We did the 1.0 just before Christmas, and then went on a holiday. And total, we now have done 9 store releases. And we had time to experiment also, because on the left-hand side is some experiments, on the right-hand side is the final version. We tried all kinds of stuff on the left-hand side with sliding, but we came across like untouch, pinch events that were colliding, and also the customer said, "What's this?" So we made it a little bit easier. But we're at Nationale-Nederlanden, which is also called NN, which you can translate to end-end. So we can do more stuff here. We also have the official NN app. And in there you can, for instance, see information about your car insurance, or in this case, send invoices for your house, for instance, so they can be paid to the appropriate people. This one, however, was also previously on a proprietary software, on a closed vendor platform. They now do Ionic, AngularJS, and Cordova. And they will be migrating to do Angular. But it's good to have different flavors in your company, different experiences. I tried to convince them to go to NativeScript. I have to try again. Management has changed there, so maybe. But we also build portals for our employers. This is also a very nice image of, I think, the Rotterdam Marathon. Yeah, the Rotterdam. And there are people looking differently. Like some are like, "Hey, I'm flashy and shiny." The woman with the glasses. The guy in the middle is looking, "I don't trust this." And, the girl in the red shirt, "I can't be bothered." Because this is usually was our landscape. If you're going to a portal, you go to the browser, you hit a link or a button or whatever. You would go back to the server, to CMS. The yellow boxes are proprietary software. So they're packages and software we buy and also hire consultants for. It would go to a different package, which I call form generator. It would go then to a mediator. That's something we build ourselves, and it's called the IBIS Adapter Framework, and we open sourced that already in 2013, by the way. That would go to either a backend that's proprietary or our own backend with a database. And it would go back and it might call itself also to do some calculations, for instance. And you could figure out that this would take a lot of time to get maybe your name on the screen, right? So we went a different way. We want to have speed, and of course we want to be in the cloud because that's the right thing, right? So we changed things up. The browser now has a website or a portal that's built with Vue.js. There's stuff in the cloud, in AWS, and we still have, of course, we have backend systems, but the main thing is we don't get the data in real time anymore. As you can see, the backend will send some data to something that's called a forward cache that we build ourselves. That will push that information to something called a transformer, that's also what we build ourselves in Node.js on AWS, and it will be stored in a database. So if we get a call from the browser, it will not go to the server to render all kinds of stuff. It will just call an API endpoint that's also in Node.js. Maybe do a calculation in real time. It's orange because it's proprietary software, but we have in-house developers for it, so we don't have to hire consultants for that. And then it will get information from the database, and it will flow back. And that really makes a lot of difference. It will be very much faster and better maintainable. We have some challenges there. We're getting there, but it's all brand new what we're doing there. For us, it's not brand new in the world, but for us it is. And we just try to make it work. And if you're a Vue.js developer or thinking about it, we might have some place for you here too, if you want to. Just come talk afterwards with me, and maybe we can sort things out. And why is my video not working? Yeah. This is the final slide. I want to say thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the day. This was my sponsor talk, and let's keep it real with the other talks later on today, and have fun. Thank you.